Hi friends, good morning. Next video from Dhruva Edutainment and Vidu classes. Friends, this question from Unit 1 of first year Geology, friends. That is of diversity of living world. Friends, what is our question, friends? Write short notes on in situ conservation. Friends, in situ conservation. You know, friends, conservation of animals, endangered species are of two types, friends. You know it. One is in situ conservation and the one is ex situ conservation. In this question, we have to write about what, friends? Write about in situ conservation. Friends, first you know what is meant by in situ. Friends, in situ means on site or in the original place or locally. First you know the meaning of the in situ, friends. In situ means what, friends? On site or original place or locally. Conservation means what, friends? Protection. Your protection of biodiversity, friends. Protection of endangered species, friends. So this is what, friends? Definition of in situ conservation. Meaning of the in situ conservation. Come to definition, friends. What is in situ conservation? In situ conservation means on-site conservation, friends. In situ conservation means what, friends? On-site conservation. Friends, in situ conservation means on-site conservation. Means conservation or protection of organisms or populations or animals at their original place. That is called as what, friends? In situ conservation. See, friends, protecting an animal species in their natural habitat. Friends, here I have given two words. One is natural habitat and another is natural ecosystem. You have to write any one of these two. Protecting an animal species in their natural habitat or in the natural ecosystem in which they occur, in which they live, is termed as in situ conservation. So here protecting the animals or populations where, friends, in their natural habitat, in their natural ecosystem in which they live, in which they occur, is called as what, friends? In situ conservation. Once again, friends, protecting an animal species in their natural habitats or in their natural ecosystems in which they occur is called as what, friends? In situ conservation. In situ conservation. Next, what is the benefit of the in situ conservation, friends? See, the benefit of the in situ conservation is what, friends? Is the animal species have developed in the in situ conservation, the animal species have developed their own distinct properties. In situ conservation, the population or the animal species developed what, friends? Their own distinctive properties. For what, friends? For recovering populations in their surroundings. Once again, friends, the benefit of this in situ conservation is the animal species have developed their own distinctive properties for recovering populations in their surroundings. Okay, friends. Now come to what are the or how we are protecting animal species in situ conservation. See, friends, biodiversity hotspots, biosphere reserves, national parks, sanctuaries and sacred groves. Friends, 5 words. Once again, friends, biodiversity hotspots, biosphere reserves, national parks, sanctuaries, sacred groves are the regions which are ecologically unique. So these are the regions, friends. They are ecologically, they have special characters. They are ecologically unique. And they are rich in biodiversity. And they are legally protected and help in situ conservation. So these 5 places, friends, what are they? Biodiversity hotspots, biosphere reserves, national parks, sanctuaries and sacred groves are helping us to protect animal population by which method, friends? By in situ conservation. Now we'll take one by one, friends. First we'll take biodiversity hotspots. Friends, we have one more 4 marks question regarding this biodiversity hotspot. You know it, friends. See, once you recall that question, friends, biodiversity hotspots. Friends, bio means life, diversity means variety. See, hotspot means what? A place of important activity, or it is irreplaceable, or danger or violence. Okay, friends? Now come to our definitions. What is biodiversity hotspots? So biodiversity is also called biological diversity or ecologically hotspot. See, friends, biodiversity hotspots are also called as biologically diversity hotspots or ecological hotspots. See, biodiversity hotspot has variety of life on earth. See, friends, biodiversity. Diversity means what, friends? Variations. Bio means life. So biodiversity hotspots have different life or various types of animals on the earth. These biodiversity hotspots is a biogeographical region on the earth. It's a biogeographical region on the earth. These, friends, it has biologically richest and almost threatened terrestrial region. See, friends, these biodiversity hotspots have variety of animal population, variety of plant population, but what is there, friends? This is a most threatened terrestrial region. This threatened to whom, friends? Threatened to fauna and flora. By whom? By human activity. So here we have so many types of plants and animals, but those plant animals have what, friends? Threat from whom? From the human being. So biodiversity hotspots are the biologically richest and almost threatened terrestrial regions. By whom, friends? By the human activity. So biodiversity hotspots contain irreplaceable plants and irreplaceable animals. See, friends, the plants and animals which are present on the biodiversity hotspots, if we lost them, we can't get them. So they are irreplaceable plants, irreplaceable animals are present in the biodiversity hotspots. See, friends, because of this, the biodiversity hotspots have maximum protection. So they have irreplaceable plants and irreplaceable animals. So because of that, these biodiversity hotspots have what, friends? Maximum protection. So we have to protect those plants which are present in the biodiversity hotspot and those animals which are present in the biodiversity hotspot, because they are irreplaceable. We can't find those animals and plants in any other place, friends. Okay? See, friends, one neat question, IN-SITU question. There are 34 biodiversity hotspots in the world. So how many biodiversity hotspots are there in the world? 34 biodiversity hotspots are there in the world. See, come to some of the biodiversity hotspots of India. See, friends, here remember a trick, wish. Friends, don't write this yellowish on your IP. This is for you. Trick to remember, wish, W-I-S-H. W for what, friends? Western Ghats and Sri Lanka. See, here you have to write 4 biodiversity hotspots. For that you have to remember a trick, friends, that is wish, W-I-S-H. W for Western Ghats and Sri Lanka. I for Indo-Burma region. Friends, S for Sundaland, H for Himalaya. Once again, friends, W for what, friends? Western Ghats and Sri Lanka. I for Indo-Burma region. S for Sundaland, H for Himalaya. These are what, friends? Biodiversity hotspots. How many biodiversity hotspots are there in the world? 34. Okay, friends. Now come to the second one, friends. Simple. Biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves. So biosphere reserve, it is an ecosystem oriented. Means what, friends? Supports all forms of life in the reserve system. Here, this is a reserve system, friends. The life is supported by what, friends? The life supports all forms of life in the reserve system. Okay? Minimally disturbed areas of conservation. So here there is a biosphere reserves. This biosphere reserves is ecosystem oriented, supports all forms of life in the reserve system. Here minimally disturbance is there, minimally disturbed areas of conservation. Example what, friends? Seshachalam Hills. Seshachalam Hills. Friends, this is for NEET and IN-SITU. A biosphere reserve have what, friends? National parks and wildlife. So national parks and wildlife sanctuaries are also present in biosphere reserves. National parks and sanctuaries also present in biosphere reserves. Okay, friends. Now come to national parks, friends. The national park is habitat for particular wild animal species. Friends, national park, what it is? It is a habitat for particular wild animal species. So national park is a habitat for a particular wild animal species. It is a natural habitat strictly reserved for protection of natural life. So national park has what, friends? It is a park habitat for wild animal species. It is strictly reserved for what, friends? Protection of natural life. Protection of that wild animal life. Example, see, friends, Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand. Friends, Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand. Now see, friends, sanctuaries. It is a natural habitat owned by the government or private agency. Friends, sanctuaries either they may governed by whom, friends? Owned by whom? By the government or private, friends. It protects a particular species of birds and animals. A sanctuary may protect either a bird or an animal. Specific endangered animals, fauna are well protected in sanctuaries. See, specific endangered fauna. Fauna means what, friends? Animals. Specific endangered animals. Specific endangered animals are well protected in sanctuaries. It permits ecotourism. Sanctuaries permits what, friends? Ecotourism. For example, you see, friends, Etunaram Sanctuary and Papikondalu Sanctuary. Okay, friends. Now last one, friends, sacred groves. Sacred groves are also called as sacred forests. Sacred grove is a small group of trees in a forest. So it is a small group of forest, friends. A small group of trees, then a forest. What is sacred grove? A small group of trees are present in a particular region. A small group of trees, then a forest. It is a forest of god and goddesses. Some tribals believe that sacred grove is a forest of god or goddess. They have a special religious importance to a particular culture. The sacred groves have what, friends? A special religious importance for what? For to a particular culture. Sacred groves have a special religious importance to a particular culture. These considered as socially, culturally, medicinally important and given total protection. So sacred groves considered as socially, culturally and medicinally important and have given what, friends? Total protection. See, friends, India, there are 5 sacred groves, friends. Here we have 2 marks question, friends. List out sacred groves of India, any 4, but here I have given 5, friends. See, friends, Kashi Jayantiya Hills, Meghalaya, Aravali Hills, Rajasthan and Gujarat, Western Ghat region, Karnataka and Maharashtra, Sarguja, Bastar, Chhattisgarh, Chand, Madhya Pradesh. Okay friends, this is about what friends? Sacred groves. See friends, here it is a sacred grove. Okay friends, this is about what friends? In situ conservation. Friends, in situ conservation. Here you have to remember 5 things friends. What are they? Biodiversity hotspots, biosphere reserves, national parks, sanctuaries and sacred groves. Okay, how many sacred groves? You have to by heart friends. 5. What are they friends? Kashi Jaintia Hills, Meghalaya, Aravali Hills, Rajasthan and Gujarat, Western Ghat region, Karnataka and Maharashtra, Sarguja, Bastar, Chhattisgarh, Chand, Madhya Pradesh. Okay friends, this is about what friends? In situ conservation friends. In situ conservation. Conservation of animals at their own area, at their local area is called as what friends? In situ conservation.